Would you kindly? Would you kindly get this? Would you kindly find that? Would you kindly find that? Would you kindly find it? Would you kindly get this?
So I hear a lot of people claiming that the first 2 years of the PlayStation 3 were far better than the first 2 years of the PlayStation 4. And quite honestly, I think anyone who makes this claim is a delusional moron. Either a delusional moron, someone who suffers from memory loss, or maybe you just started gaming this generation. I don't think you people realize just how bad the PlayStation 3 was at launch. I don't think you people realize just how bad the first 2 years of the PlayStation 3 really were. But I'm going to be more objective with my comparison, because if I put my own personal experience and opinion towards it, well, the PlayStation 4 has Witcher 3, and the PlayStation 3 does not. So let's start with this comparison. Controller. PlayStation 4 wins, people. The DualShock 3 didn't even come with Rumble at launch. Price. PlayStation 4 wins. $600 for a machine that played inferior versions of games versus $400 for a machine that played superior versions of games. Online, the PlayStation 4 wins. The early days of PSN were so atrocious you don't even want me to go into depth and detail explaining it. Multiplats, the PlayStation 4 wins. While the multiplats on the PlayStation 3 in the first 2 years were unoptimized garbage that performed far worse than their 360 counterparts, the PlayStation 4 continues to dominate the Xbox One and multiplat releases despite all the talk about DirectX 12, the cloud, or whatever mythological fairy tale these Xbox fanboys will have you believe in. So, the PlayStation 4 has a better controller, better online, better multiplats, and is, oh my, more affordable. But yet, the PlayStation 4 was just a complete launch disaster and everything. You know. But I'm not following exactly where you come from, where the trash known as the first 2 years of the PlayStation 3 was so much better than the PlayStation 4. Or hell, even equal to. I mean, go look at the Sony disappointment timeline. There are 70, I repeat, over 70 individual entries for negative press towards the PlayStation 3. Damning press. One even by Gabe Newell, Lord Gaben himself, claiming that the PlayStation 3 was a waste of everyone's time. No major console in the history of gaming has ever faced as much negative press as the PlayStation 3. Period. Fact. But then again, what do I know? The media is biased against Microsoft, remember? Sony pays them off. But let's talk about games, and remember, PlayStation 4 has Witcher 3, PlayStation 3 does not. But I did a comparison of the games, Metacritic, Gamer Rankings, whatever you want to call it. PlayStation 3 gets 2006, 2007, and 2008. PS4 gets 2013, 14, and 15. PlayStation 3 has 9 games rated in the 90 percentile. PlayStation 4 has 8. PlayStation 3 has 62 games rated in the 80 percentile. PlayStation 4 has 64. PlayStation 3 has PlayStation 3 has 60 games in the 70 percentile. PlayStation 4 has 53. So overall, PlayStation 3 has 131 games rated 70 and higher, and the PlayStation 4 has 125. That's a difference of 6 games. And I'm pretty sure having the best versions of all these games, as opposed to the stuttering mess that was the early versions of PlayStation 3 games, more than makes up for 6 games. See, the way you're constantly talking about it, you would think the difference was astronomical, huge, large, or even noticeable. It's not. So let's take a look at some of the games you listed. PlayStation 3 has Metal Gear Solid 4. Well, PlayStation 4 has Metal Gear Solid 5. PlayStation 3 has Dead Space. PlayStation 4 has Alien Isolation, Dying Light, The Evil Within, and Until Dawn. PlayStation 3 had Call of Duty 4, Resistance, Resistance 2, Battlefield Bad Company. PlayStation 4 has Battlefield 4, Black Ops 3, Call of Duty Advanced Warfighter, Destiny, Rainbow Six Siege, Far Cry 4, Killzone Shadowfall, Wolfenstein The New Order, and Metro Last Light. PlayStation 3 has Soul Calibur, and I cannot believe you named an offline Virtual Fighter 5, but you did. PlayStation 4 has Street Fighter V, Guilty Gear Xrd, Mortal Kombat X, and BlazBlue Chrono Phantasm. PlayStation 3 has GTA 4, PlayStation 4 has Watch Dogs, so I will give you that. PlayStation 3 has Little Big Planet, PlayStation 4 has Little Big Planet 3. PlayStation 3 has Fallout 3, while PlayStation 4 has The Witcher 3 and Dragon Age Inquisition. So as you can see, in almost all cases you make for games, I can name you more games and better games in that same exact genre of that particular game, barring Grand Theft Auto 4 and Uncharted. So what really have you proved, Trey? Absolutely nothing. But then again, I feel like this whole video was a waste of time, because you don't play games. Why does someone like you, who doesn't even play their games, think they have any kind of credibility to talk about them? Your credibility in regards to playing games is equal to that of Crap Gamer in regard to reviewing games. You said in 2012 that you haven't been completing games for the past couple of years, thus meaning the year 2000. So from 2000 to 2016, over the course of 6 years, you haven't been playing any games. Maybe you need another hobby. I don't want to hear excuses about you having a job, because guess what? So does everybody else. But people also have kids, families, husbands, wives, social lives. Things you have, none of the above. So either find a new hobby, or spend less time damage controlling and more time gaming.
I am not telling you this. I am not asking you this. I am demanding this, and you're going to do it now. Do you understand what I'm saying to you right now?